Hey guys, this is your boy Dino aka DRP here and welcome back to another video to my channel. Another video of me reacting to Death Battle, guys. Yes, trying to pre-record these Death Battles that I've missed. I think there's about 3 and there's one more Death Battle after this one because I already reacted to Phoenix versus Raven. By the way, phenomenal Death Battle. Absolutely loved it. This Death Battle we're getting back Guts from Berserk. He's making a return appearance. Last time he was on Death Battle was a really long time actually. I think it was the Death Battle but before Goku v Superman 2. I think he was the Death Battle before that. Before they introduced Goku v Superman 2. Which was pretty hype back then. But that was like the Death Battle before the Death Battle with Guts, and it was before that. So you could tell it's been a really long time since he's come back. And I think Guts won that Death Battle. I can't remember. It's been so long. Guts from Berserk versus Dimitri from Fire Emblem. Guts, I've watched Berserk, so I know what Guts is capable of. Even though not like in complete detail, I know how much of a badass he is. I know how ridiculous the dude is, and like his willpower alone is just scary. It's just scary. So, but Dimitri from Fire Emblem, I have no idea what he's capable of. So without further ado, let's get right to it, shall we? PC screen's fine, so quality fine, volume's doing okay. Okay, let's get to it, shall we? Everything seems okay. Let's get to it. Oh shit, not meant to do that. Cool. 720p. Just getting paranoid sometimes where I think I might fucked it up, like the recording, but it's fine. Okay, let's get to it. In 3, 2, 1.
Sponsored by BetterHelp and Mint Mobile.
Guts, the brutal black swordsman of Berserk.
And Dimitri, the savage savior king from Fire Emblem.
Oh, he looks cool.
Vengeance is an ever-malicious force that can turn anyone into a broken, traumatized,
unstoppable one-man army. He's
pretty much.
Boomstick.
And
Berserk, Guts, the one who killed 100 men.
And skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Wait, it's a 3D battle. Oh shit, it's a
realm of
3D
Emblem,
battle?
life really sucks all around. Demons run rampant, villages get pillages, and a helpless elf fairy has become target practice for some thugs. Batter up!
Until walking into the torment comes a stranger clad in black, cleaving through anyone in his way with one humongous sword.
Whiz, that weapon is too big to be called a sword, too massive and thick, more like a slab of raw iron that no normal man could wield.
Except for the man with a simple but fitting name.
Guts.
But what is it that makes Guts so terrifying? Well, we're about to get into some really dark shit. Fair warning.
I was gonna say
Born
dark
among
stuff.
His mother's recently hanged corpse.
It's
Guts was taken
severely
in by a
dark.
mercenary band led by Gambino.
Who definitely isn't winning Father of the Year. Gambino put Guts through the ringer, training him with swords way too big for him before putting him into live combat at only 9 years old.
Training
Okay,
with such
that's
large
crazy.
swords made Guts inhumanly strong, but he needed a different kind of strength to endure the horrendous abuse he suffered from Gambino.
So he murdered the bastard in self-defense. He deserved it, trust me. With no home or family to speak of, Guts aimlessly wandered for years as a lone mercenary.
Until he caught the eye of the ambitious Griffith. Impressed
Yeah,
by Guts'
Griffith.
bold battle prowess and blunt honesty, Griffith wanted him. So Guts joined his mercenary group, the Band of the Hawk.
Where Guts' gutsy fighting style made him the perfect captain. The dude was hardcore enough to fight 100 enemy soldiers on his own. And
It's probably one of his most famous feats. Defeating 100 men. Like he was an absolute beast in that scene. I remember watching it in one of the, I think it was the first film of Berserk that he did that. It was just, I was like, yo, this guy, he's just that guy. He's him. He's built different.
even helped end a 100-year-long war, all while earning respect and glory with Griffith and his group.
For the first time, Guts found true friends and comrades to rely on.
But when Griffith realized he couldn't keep Guts at his side, really, really bad things happen.
Upon the eclipse, Griffith summoned a bunch of demons,
Yeah.
became a super demon himself, and sacrificed Guts' new friends to the abyss.
And
If
smashed
that
his girl in
wasn't
front of
bad
him.
enough,
Smashed
he
his girl in
marked
front of
Guts
him.
with a demonic brand, then raped his girlfriend Casca, forcing Guts to watch as his eye was split open and he was forced
Yeah.
to tear off his own arm.
Oh yeah, that was
really
bad.
things.
Guts
Yeah.
barely escaped with his life. He vowed to brutally murder Griffith and every demon, down to the last one. No small task, even for him.
And every big task needs even bigger weapons. Guts' bread and butter is the enormous Dragon Slayer.
6.5 feet long and weighing over 300 pounds.
Yeah,
Dragon Slayer is
Dragon Slayer sword is over 300 pounds. You just don't need normal strength to just wield it with such ease. Guts ain't human. He's just not that normal human being. You know what I mean?
absurd. In Guts' hands, it can cleave through plated armor and even demons with skin of corundum, a real-life metal that is harder than steel.
And since Guts has made killing demons his favorite pastime, Dragon Slayer was exposed to so much demonic blood that it exists on the astral plane, meaning it can harm any supernatural monster. God, this thing's heavy.
That's
It also
fucking
carries a
crazy.
collection of explosives and throwing knives, but I'm partial to his mechanical arm, complete with a wondrous invention of a repeater crossbow and a secret cannon.
God, that's neat and all, but they aren't as awesome as Dragon Slayer here. God, how does he do this? Okay, the repeater crossbow is pretty cool. It can fire a volley of 4 to 5 bolts per second, making it the go-to option for mowing down groups of bad guys. And hey, if you gotta
Makes
lose
sense.
your hand, replacing it with a goddamn super gun is the way to go. Even demons are afraid of this thing. See ya, Snakeface!
With his collection of weapons and indomitable will, Guts
Does he get
slaughtered
it?
everyone and everything in his way.
Be it
Okay, yeah. Doesn't he get some sort of armor at one point? Like this ridiculous armor at one point. I can't remember what the armor was called, but it was just this overpowered armor.
an army of trolls, a supersonic elf fairy, or some Bible thumper whose blows were like cannons.
But while Guts took the physical challenges in stride, his mental strife was a different story.
He had demons to deal with, literally and figuratively, always tormented by his inner beast of darkness.
Guts tried to shoulder this trauma alone, even for a time leaving behind Casca, who survived but was mentally broken. Nothing would replace the comrades Guts lost during the eclipse. However, through his resilience, he eventually saw the dangerous path he was on, and so reunited with Casca and eventually came to depend on new companions.
Including pretty boy Serpico. He doesn't look like much, but the guy is fast enough to dodge lightning at speeds over 100 times faster than sound. And
Huh?
Guts has kept up with him more than once.
And thanks to the witch
It's
Flora,
kept up with the
Guts got
speed of
his
sound.
deadliest and riskiest asset, the Berserker armor.
Oh boy.
Okay, there you go. That's the armor. Okay, Berserker armor. That just sounds busted.
Cutting down all mental limitations, this armor gives Guts a huge amp in strength. Pain means nothing to him now, and it even heals injuries on the fly. Wait, did I say heal? What I meant was it pierces his torn flesh and broken bones together so he can fight until the actual last drop of blood has left his body. Man, that's hardcore.
And extremely risky. Donning the armor has been nearly disastrous for him more than once.
Yeah, when
Oh.
he's in a stitched up rage, the beast of darkness is gnawing on his mind, tempting him to go berserk. Bam! Title drop.
Guts' tenacity is a
Killed 100 soldiers in one night, evaded Galatians, lightning, cracked skin or tougher than steel, tagged the supersonic. So that Berserker armor is kind of like a last resort. Like you don't want to use that like midway through a battle. Like you're gonna put you're basically eventually it's kind of like a ticking bomb, isn't it? Because at one point when the last drop of blood's gone, you're done. You can't do any shit now. You can't do shit.
a sight to behold. He's held back a demonic dragon, withstood being impaled, and even teamed up with a fabled demon swordsman to take down an apostle that can channel lightning.
And sliced up a cloud dude in the rawest manga panel ever. Just look at it. If that's not
That
badass
does look
for
cool.
you, he once killed a giant sea god from the inside.
With its wail, this behemoth created a storm that covered an entire island. The kinetic energy of such a storm is immense. Gauging the size of the island, the energy required
Yeah,
to
Guts
defeat
is
such a
just
storm
that
would
guy.
need to
He's
exceed
him.
600 kilotons of TNT.
Yeah, that's right. Guts gutted a sea monster whose shout was a natural disaster.
He needed to do that and much more to reach Elfhelm, where Casca's lost sanity was finally returned. Things were looking up for the legendary Black Swordsman.
But
You
that
see-
bastard Griffith just wouldn't leave him alone.
No matter how tragic his tale becomes, Guts will persevere for his allies, both past and present.
He has new friends, a renewed heart, a badass sword, and the last thing any man, demon, or god wants to do is mess with him.
Yeah. Yeah, like Guts is this
This episode of
ridiculous.
Death Battle is brought to you by BetterHelp.
Okay,
Sometimes in life you can get stuck with
let's
tough
see what
choices.
Dimitri has in store.
On the continent of Fodlan lies the holy kingdom of Fargus, a knightly nation where the youth learn to swing a sword before they can write their own name. Prince Dimitri Alexandra Blafid was no exception.
The kid
Pretty
was
boy.
a prodigy, able to spar
Man's got that pretty boy face.
with barbed.
Wait, likes combat training, blue lions eating weeds. Okay, okay. Dislikes formalities, fragile objects. Edelgard?
More experienced warriors, in part because he was a crest bearer.
Or someone gifted mystical power through the blood of the goddess Sothis. Those born with a crest gain anything from enhanced magic to superhuman strength.
At 9
Okay.
years old, Dimitri could lift giant boulders, run across mountains for hours, and constantly broke swords by accident. Most elites who had a crest also had a massive ego, but not Dimitri.
Right, Dimitri was strong, but generally kind. Like when he gave his childhood friend Edelgard a dagger. An earnest, if odd, gift.
I got shotgun shells for my first crush. But life took a turn for Dimitri when a mysterious group murdered his dad and a bunch of knights, burning them all in front of him. And
Oh, that's
leaving
fucked.
the poor kid with some serious survivor's guilt.
Guilt that only worsened when the country of Dusker was unjustly blamed for the tragedy. Dimitri lamented that he could not stop Fargus's corrupt nobles.
Don't worry though, when those same nobles rebelled a couple years later, he fought them like a beast, slaying them all with sadistic glee.
This savage side would emerge when Dimitri was reminded of the tragedy he witnessed.
Like, can he blame him? At one point, that shit's gonna come out. That whole savage side, the dark side of him, is gonna come out eventually. Like, what did they expect from him?
Otherwise, his chivalrous charm remained forefront.
With guidance from his dead dad's buddy Rodrigue, Dimitri got into the Garrick Mock Officers Academy, where he led the Blue Lion's house and learned the mystic arts.
Okay.
Well, he's not the most proficient in it, but Dimitri did learn healing and elemental magics, able to call
Okay.
down lightning or even channel it through his weapons.
Letting him electrocute tons of enemies at
Yeah,
once.
okay, so
he
he's
learned
not-
this and more from everyone's favorite Smash Bros. Character, Professor Byleth.
Assuming you picked Dimitri's Blue Lions when you played Fire Emblem Three Houses. We're getting a little meta here, but his story turns out very differently depending on the path chosen. Aside from the Blue Lions, there's Edelgard's Black Eagles,
And the Golden
Yeah, I've
Deer,
never
led
played this
by
game.
The crafty Claude Von Regan, aka the Best House.
well, that band of goofy misfits, the Black Eagles are a far more cohesive unit.
Nah, fear the deer, Wiz.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Ashen Wolves for life, losers!
Of course Jocelyn picks the gods.
Anyway, in Dimitri's route, he mastered all manner of weaponry. Lances,
Yeah.
swords, axes,
Yeah, I was gonna say, considering he wasn't very efficient with magic, I had in mind that when it comes to anything sword related, he is gonna be a badass. You
and
know?
more.
Some of these weapons use magic, some use poison, and others are used to slay giant monsters. But all of them made Dimitri an ace at warfare, especially when Byleth taught him some special skills.
The seal movement technique stops foes in their tracks. Frozen Lance skewers enemies with ice, and Swordbreaker boosts evasion against blade users. To top it off,
Oh my god! He increases his evasions against blade users. So Guts is bro. He's just gonna have this immense evasion boost against Guts. Okay, cool.
Dimitri
Nice.
can enter an awakened state for even more power.
Dimitri led his classmates through thick and thin, but everything changed when he suspected the one behind the tragedy of Dusker was his old dagger friend, Edelgard. Dun dun dun!
To end Fodlan's oppressive crest system, Edelgard and her empire declared war on Fargus and the Church of Saros.
Dimitri could be cruel
That's a
before,
bit
but
fucked.
after this betrayal, he snapped, vowing to
Oh,
kill
yeah.
every last one of them. For
Imagine.
5 years, he slaughtered the enemy, all to appease the voices that called for Edelgard's head.
He's not exaggerating. Dimitri truly believes his dead loved ones cry to him, unable to know peace until he claims vengeance.
As if prince-turned-murderer hobo wasn't scary enough,
Oh,
he
he-
wields the ultimate lance, the hero's relic, Eredfar.
Forged from the bones of dragon-like Nabataeans,
He looks like
Eredfar
a
is
badass.
much stronger than
If he wasn't a badass before, he looks like one now. Like that eye patch makes him so much more like intimidating for some reason. Faith magic, or he'll evasion ring 10 avoidance. It's got a lot of evasion attached to him, that's for sure.
ordinary metal. It can pierce any armor with its signature move, Atrocity, and only crest bearers can wield it without mutating into a monstrous black beast.
With his
Aw.
lance, Dimitri kept killing, but no bloodshed could calm his mind. He reached peak war crimes, torturing an enemy commander in blind rage.
But when his actions led to Rodrigue making the ultimate sacrifice, Dimitri was broken, terrified of yet another voice haunting him.
Except this time, he had his professor to help him out. We really gotta pay teachers more, y'all.
Dimitri still felt hatred for Edelgard, but looked past it to the friends and kingdom he neglected and made a choice.
Instead of killing every last one of them, he would save every last one by retaking Fargus's capital.
A task this wretch-turned-savior king had the strength to do.
Dimitri
Okay.
has dodged meteors going Mach 60, decimated a squad of soldiers with one spear throw, and defeated a wizard from the...
Marxisty, that is fast, but I think Guts is faster. Because didn't Guts keep up with this kid who is faster than the speed of sound? And I'm sure Mach 66 is not as fast as the speed of sound. I don't think so. But I might be wrong with that.
The Magic Illuminati!
This is Paulus, whose power shook a futuristic underground city.
And Dimitri just walked through his magic like it was
Damn.
nothing.
Dimitri's also more than a match for Edelgard.
Get that
who,
shit
in
out.
her route, bested the Archbishop of the Church of Seros, Rhea.
This is important because after dragging it up, Rhea survived 2 exploding javelins of light, aka magic nukes. Jeez, and Dimitri can fight on her level?
Indeed. But in the end, despite half a decade of slaughter, Dimitri was hesitant to kill Edelgard, in part
Really?
from learning she wasn't responsible for the tragedy. Still, both monarchs had ideas for Fodlan that were simply incompatible.
And then Edelgard pulled a fast one with that old dagger present. Dimitri definitely felt that irony.
The war was over, and with his allies at his side, Dimitri claimed his place as a just king.
Unless, you picked a different house. His story doesn't end very happy in those.
But though the voices of the dead will haunt Dimitri until his final breath, so
What?
long as he has his friends, conviction, and compassion for the living, he will find peace.
Wait, so depending on what option you choose in Fire Emblem, you get a different ending, basically. Like an entire different ending. Like that ending we just saw, Dimitri about to die. Like, what? Yo, the Fire Emblem... Guys, if you guys have watched Fire or played Fire Emblem, tell me how good it is. Is it fun to play? If so, I might actually give it a try. Maybe. Just maybe. I don't know. It looks interesting. Like the whole different paths to
This
different
episode of
endings.
Death
Is
Metal
I
Squad
always
might
like
be
games
broken.
like that, in my
It's
opinion.
no surprise, inflation is everywhere.
Okay. So, I'm gonna go with Guts with this one. I think Guts is gonna take this battle as well. I think he's gonna win it. He's gonna get his second win in this. He's gonna get a second win in Death Battle. I feel it. Don't get me wrong, Dimitri does sound very strong, and he's got a lot of advantages against Soul Blade, not Soul Blade, sword users basically. Against sword users, he gains a lot of evasion boosts that he gets from against sword users like aka Guts. So I'm sure he's going to be very fast. I feel like in terms of range of Arsenal, I feel like Dimitri's going to have him covered on that area. I feel like Guts will probably have a little bit of a tough time with all the range of arsenals Dimitri has, but I feel like Guts overall physically is just so much stronger. He's got a sword that basically cuts through anything supernatural like it's fucking the sword itself weighs over 300 pounds and he wields it like it's nothing. Like think about how like the sort of things that Guts has gone through. like what Dimitri went through is is shit. It's very shit. Don't get me wrong, but that does not compare to Guts's. Like the dark past Guts had, like it's so far worse than what Dimitri has ever experienced, in my opinion. That doesn't mean that what Dimitri went through is nothing. Don't get me wrong. It's very shit, but Guts had it rough. He had it much more rough than Dimitri. So I feel like Guts is going to take this battle, but we'll see.
No escaping it. And if you're looking for a break, look no.
I would say I'm fairly comfortable with saying Guts. If anything, I'll be very, very surprised if Dimitri wins this, but I'm fairly confident in saying I think Guts has got this. Like, I feel like when he ends up putting the Berserker armor, yeah, that's a whole different ball game. Like, once he attaches that Berserker armor, obviously it's a very risky thing to do, but the exchange in power that he gets from it, yeah, you can't just dust it away. You get what I mean? So this is a 3D battle, by the way. I think it is. Oh my god, this is so good.
100 men strong. What drives your slaughter? Save the high and mighty crap till you're dead.
Okay, they just started duking it before the battle even started. Damn, look how he's wielding that Dragon Slayer like it's nothing. Yeah, he's nimble, as you can tell. But the fact that Guts runs with that sword is ridiculous, as fast as he is. What makes me want
your head from your shoulders? The dead must have their revenge.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Whee! Jesus. Oh, this is a bit. Oh, nice.
Go to hell.
Oh, nice one. Nice one. This ain't new for Guts though. Having these sort of injuries ain't new. These sort of injuries ain't new. Oh, those voices. No. Oh no.
Them, all of them, down to the last one.
Oh, okay, that's sick. That is sick. That is sick. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Guts ripped out his own arm to go after Griffith. Oh my. Oh my. Yep. You really thought he had it covered. Yeah, you are stupid, mate. You are stupid. Wait, did he die?
Still standing?
Oh no.
So we're both shackled to the dead. You foul beasts will not have his soul!
I don't know what's scarier, Dimitri the Demon or Guts still standing there. He was a badass till the end.
Being fast enough to dodge lightning, Guts actually had a slight speed advantage over Dimitri.
Dimitri won that? Oh my god. Okay. This is a surprise. Yeah, like, when it comes to the whole speed advantage, Guts had him covered.
though skills like seal movement and swordbreaker helped Dimitri close the gap.
And while Dimitri had some minor healing magic to fall back on, it wasn't gonna compete with the raw endurance from the Berserker armor.
Yeah.
Still, Dimitri's absurd strength and wider pool of weapons and abilities gave him plenty of ways to wear Guts down.
I guess
Against
so.
Dimitri's electricity magic, Guts' sword and armor were vulnerable conductors, making every clash an opportunity to electrocute.
Wow.
Sure, Guts has defeated lightning callers before, but he needed help. Not to mention, moves like Atrocity can pierce through armored foes, bypassing half the point of wearing the Berserker armor.
Guts could power through some of
Oh
Aerfar's
my.
damage, but he wasn't invincible and could not heal from fatal wounds.
Then there's both fighters' raw power. Slaying demons is really impressive, obviously, but not always on par with magic nukes.
Remember, in Edelgard's route, she defeated Rhea, who survived 2 Javelins of Light. In Dimitri's route, he defeated Edelgard while she was a powered-up crest monster. That happened.
So, if Rhea could take on the Javelins of Light, Dimitri should be at a similar level. So, let's find out how strong a Javelin is.
In Fodlan's lore, several Javelins decimated a forest, forming the Valley of Torment. However, the exact
This has
number of
surprised
javelins
me.
used to create the
Oh
valley
my.
was never given, making the power of an individual Javelin unclear.
But we do know the Javelins in this attack were supposed to hit the Garrigmach Monastery, until the goddess Sothis noped them away and they hit the forest instead.
We also know that the
Okay.
Javelins of Light are not limitless, with typically no more than 6 being used at once, even against structures similar in size to Garrigmach.
So, if a similar amount were used in the attack that made the valley, each Javelin would pack a payload that's over 3 gigatons of TNT.
Even if we severely lowballed this and said the destruction was divided,
Guts' 4-star armor provided superior endurance, armor vulnerable to lightning. Okay, so it was a good conductor to lightning. Dimitri significantly stronger. Okay. I thought it would be the opposite, but okay. Atrocity bypassed armor, more varied equipment abilities. That I can agree with. Like when they were saying that, I felt like he had a wider range of arsenal, so that was definitely going to come into play. But I just felt like Guts was able to take those stuff, like considering how ridiculously OP he is physically. Like his willpower and combined with his physical abilities, I thought, yeah, notably slower.
divided between 10, 50, or even 100 different Javelins of Light.
Wow.
Surviving 2 Javelins would still be greater than the best of Guts' feats, even scaled to the Sea God. Guts' persistence meant he wouldn't go down easy, but against Dimitri's inhuman strength, devastating abilities, and fervent willpower, it was just a matter of time before
It was
the
a good
vengeful
battle.
king
It was a
threw
good
him.
battle. It is a
Saying
good
it
battle.
makes me berserk, but Guts could only go so far, Gus.
The winner is Dimitri Alexandra Blathen.
God. Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Thanks for watching. Stay
I gotta
tuned
see the
for
comment
the
section
battle
for this.
releasing every 2
I wonder
weeks
what the
this
comment
year.
section is
And click
like.
the join button to get new perks and extra content.
Okay,
Higher
who's
level
next?
members even see death battles before anyone else, so don't
Who's
miss
next?
out.
Who's next? What the fuck is that? Wait, it is Silver Surfer. Another DC versus Marvel. Hey. Silver Surfer for Marvel, of course. I think the only time I saw Silver Surfer was in Fantastic Four Part 2 of the movie. The original Fantastic Four was the second movie. I think it was Fantastic Four Silver Surfer. I think Fantastic Four and the Silver Surfer. I think that's what the movie was called. Martian Manhunter. Is that what he's named from DC? Let's see what the comment section is saying about this. Since we're guessing Gus rewind, let's have a moment for the man who gave us Berserk. We can all appreciate he gave us a 3D Guts and Dragon Slayer effect and Berserk 2016-2017. It's my personal headcanon that in Guts' last breath as his sword was falling towards Dimitri, he had a moment of courage to choose to use the loss of his strength to hold his sword, sparing Dimitri's life. Being a man who killed thousands, Guts' final act was to spare a man. Makes Dimitri's new goal to save Guts' soul all the better. Yeah, like it is pretty cool how Dimitri saw that, like whatever that thing was behind Guts, the whole demon thing. He's like, oh yeah, I could definitely get behind that. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Your demons will not have a soul. It's ironically one of the nicest thing anyone could do for gods. Your demons will not have a soul. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And I mean, Dimitri, in a way, is quite righteous. So he you know, he wouldn't let shit like this happen. So, interesting. This was an interesting battle. I didn't expect Dimitri to actually win this. I actually thought Guts would win this quite comfortably. I was wrong. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll end the video right here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching my reaction to Guts versus Dimitri today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy today's video, be sure to smash the like button, comment, share those good things. I see more content of me doing more Death Battle reaction siders in the future. However, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button, join the DRP Guild today so you don't miss a single video from my channel. Whether it's reactions to Death Battle reactions, to Hololive reactions, to anime reactions, any other reaction videos, main content series you get to see on this channel. So be sure to comment, subscribe, and most importantly, have fun and join the journey with me. So as always, guys, this is your boy Dina signing out. Have a nice day, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, peace.